Well, guys, I am back with one last video for the night. Viewing, well, the Simpsons movie. Simpsons movie released all the way back in 2007. Jesus Christ. 18 years ago. I never saw the film in cinemas because I was only 6 years old when it came out. So, yeah. I did grow up watching The Simpsons though. Oh, Simpsons was one of the era. It did air on the cable channel Sky One, but well, I don't know if it's cable. I don't know. It's basically a pack. It's not a public channel and stuff. You're paying stuff for it. So I grew up watching The Simpsons on the UK channel and was Channel 4. I really do like how the Simpsons team actually made some animation and for the Simpsons debut in the UK on TV. Look at it online. And Channel 4 had those iconic islands. Islands where Homer has a pack of beer and jumps on a hammock. They end up on the electrical wires. When he tries to grab him, he gets shot. And he opens up the drink and still gets shot every time. Then the announcer will announce what happens later on for briefly explaining what goes on in this episode. The bare bones of it, just small bits of dialogue. It'll just describe one thing they do. That's one of the most well-known idols in the UK. If you don't live in the UK, I recommend you look it up, see what you think about it. Sorry. Like many, as I grew up watching The Simpsons, it was very PG here. I think it's also like that in America. It's not really an adult comedy, it's kind of that, but not at the same time. Yeah, might be considered a proper adult comedy back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. The times have changed. It's more tamer compared to shows like Family Guy and South Park. The excessive use of swearing. Sisters don't really swear much. There are times they do swear, but it's rare. Very rare. So yeah, you all know The Simpsons history. Was a series created by Matt Groening, and it was originally short on a show called The Tracy Ullman Show, from 1987 to 1989, I think. Or December 1989, get a TV special as a part, basically becoming the full pilot for the Simpsons TV series that will air the following month, January 1990. Oh, did it air in January? I don't know. It's about in the season 1 episode about the babysitter, the one. Homer and Marge go on a specific romantic date. That was supposed to be the first episode, but the animation wasn't finished. It wasn't. The animation wasn't great, so yeah. Hence the Christmas special becoming the first official episode. The production of season 1 was crazy with its animation. I think you can find all the old shorts on YouTube. And you watch every single season of the episodes on Disney Plus. Alongside this movie. That's how I was able to watch it. I actually do have it on DVD somewhere. It's kind of a shame that Disney stopped releasing The Simpsons on DVD or Blu-ray in the UK. I thought, well, it's almost popular shows. It's kind of annoying, really, just so you binge it. And we get started next year. I'll be reviewing The Simpsons as it airs. Be something different. So I'll be all look forward to that. Okay. The Simpsons movie went through production hell. It's been many things happened behind the scenes. I don't know what, but officially became released. Eventually finished out separate release in 2007. It did. I do a mixed reception. I think it's a good film. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it feels a little outdated with some stuff. Nearly every adult comedy must have one movie. South Park came on after them, and I was on the patrol, but I got a movie in the 90s. So yeah, since this back. Family Guy still doesn't have a movie yet. Futurama technically has movies, but they're more, not theatrical movies, they're more TV like. And they were just literally broadcasted, they were just split up into episodes. I actually could talk about these. I do want to talk about movies, but I also could talk about the episode versions as well. A bit of fun to do, actually. I'll forward to that. I'll plan to do that in the future. So, yeah. I actually do have this film somewhere on DVD. I can't know where it's gone to though. So, without delay, let's get into the episode. So, sorry, not episode, the movie. Right. So the movie opens up with an itchy and scratchy cartoon. That's a movie. Whereas this does a bit of a jab to the audience. As the audience just be what everyone in Springfield watching the film. As long as there's that don't breathe with pain with something that we get on TV for free. If you ask me, everyone in the speed is a giant sucker. Especially you. Well, trash is into the opening. It's a remix version of the show's piece, so action scene of Professor say movie on the big screen. And technically shorter than the show speak, but than the show one. It's true. So anyway, so let's finish up by the band Green Day. Now you know this is outdated. I'm not familiar with them though. I'm not very familiar with them. So yeah, but after taking away from their free alcohol, so they want to talk about the environment. But people in Springfield don't give a shit about that. And I see folks booing them. Of course, the pollution of the lakes causing the barge to sink like the Titanic. As Green Day dies in the Simpsons universe. And so we cut to the church where everyone's praying for their death. Not much though. When the Simpsons arrive, slightly cause a disturbance, but yeah. As Reverend Lovejoy says, the God, if I call about what are you, God will tell you something. No. No Spanish being Spanish. Ooh. And of course, the law calls upon Abe Simpson. As he spells some more, some crazy stuff's gonna happen. Twisted tail, 1,000 eyes. Trapped forever! Eepa! No, Abe's gone crazy, so they just end up Simpsons end up just taking it out there. Marge is the only one concerned with this warning. The others just don't give a shit, don't really care. This thing's just crazy. Well, something for ice cream. Bit of a gag leaving Abe in the car. Hey, I'm still in the car! Oh, right. Well, Homer just comes back just to pull the window down a bit. As then we cut to Homer and Bart fixing the house. Or fixing the roof, really. As we go, Homer accidentally jamming hammer, the back end of the hammer in his eye. Oh, a joke. About his usual laughter. Up goes Homer and says, "Why you little? I'll teach you to laugh." And Bart has enough. Ends up challenging Daisy Homer. Basically, he and Homer go participate in a daring contest. So they end up messing about. You know, it's very dangerous to market for. Flanders does show his concern, but, you know, they say, "Shut up, Flanders." Then Homer tries to use the hammer on Bart's fingers. Saying, "Steady, steady," before the roof collapses and he falls down. I say that's karma. You know, Marge is still concerned about that warning. What could it all mean? She's not concerned with comic book guy. He doesn't know much. Homer and Bart stares with Bart firing a BB gun at Homer while he's carrying a bunch of bricks. So yeah, it's almost time to get Bart a dare. He basically dares him to run around the skateboard all around Springfield, naked, buck naked. Bart says, "What?" But Bart says that the girls may see his junk. Almost likes to call him a chicken, yo. So Bart ends up doing it. And this is actually a really interesting scene. Even though it has the same age rating as the show, movies can get away with a bit more than TV shows. Like if you're a fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, you watch the English dub, all the censorship and stuff. You know, some elements weren't censored in the movie. And that's for good reason. Movies have different standards. Why was that? Well, there's a small visual gag of Bart's penis getting covered up. Except for one scene where every other part of his body being covered up, except the penis. It's quite funny. That goes well past the line, "I like men now." Yeah, Ralph's just easily callable. And just know he does the part in the Fox opening logo. Everyone knows it. Was appreciated out about and shooting the wheel off his skateboard. Goes in the crash into across the window. Where Flanders, Rod, and Todd are just enjoying their food. And when Flanders he says, you know, saying penis, no shock. Because Todd is saying, "Wonderful penis." Amen. I might have said that wrong, but so it's a funny joke. It's a good joke. So yeah, Bart has to be handcuffed to a pole for a couple of hours while the cops go have lunch. But Elton just ends up, you know, going ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Us. As Marge shows up, like mother, like son, she says it too. How many curious to know why Simpsons has 8 voice actors? I think it's 8. I'm curious to know, actually. Maybe it's cheaper? Maybe it's cut down on costs? That might be the reason. I don't know. You know, let me know in the comments, because a lot of adult animation do this these days. Now, some kids shows actually do that too. It's even lesser. It's like budgetary reasons or something. And you know, I doubt it was so that not with a few actors. And Homer shows up. without begging him to tell the truth. He didn't do it. When Homer appears, and he might get punished for this, he pins the blame on Bart. Now, Homer's a bad dad, and he asks me to go. I bought Bart some clothes except for pants. Well, trousers, shorts, you know. So, yeah. And I see this film actually does a good job of showing Bart's feeling in Flanders slightly changing. As Flanders is a really kind guy in this movie, giving Bart a spare pair of pants. Oh, and he does say, "I'm sure your father would have done the same for my boys." This is Homer we're talking about, Flanders. He's in line a little bit later. He says, "We're Bart giving him the look, saying, 'Point taken.'" So yeah, enjoys in Krusty Burger. Krusty builds a commercial for his new burger with a pig there. So he tells him to kill a pig. Almost shocked about that, you know, saying, "You don't kill him if he's wearing people clothes." But the pig comes to him begging. This part when I was a kid and stuff, when I had my first phone, which was a flip phone, but it was cool for some reason. I recorded that this scene. This was a scene with a dance number. You know, I can't remember the lyrics, but so Homer decides to take the pig in with him. And Marge, still trying to figure this out. Still trying to figure out the meaning. And then Homer comes in with the pig. Realizing that pig's part is going to cause them trouble. Homer won't get rid of it. You know? And it's Homer and the son. And Lisa, meanwhile, ends up doing something unique. She ends up blowing up with a boy right after you get a bit of gag with House and Nelson. She ends up meeting an Irish boy named Colin. And his dad's not Bono. She ends up developing a crush on him. And this film isn't canon because he does not appear in the show after this. Fuck the canon, I guess. I guess the film was a disaster. They didn't want to include it in the show. Or they didn't know what ever happened. I can understand that, I guess. While the South Park movie in Canada, some things do get a reference to later down the line. So, the episode that came out after this movie did a unique version of the intro of Destroy Springfield and stuff, which we'll get to a bit later. Homer's giving all his attention to his new pig, who he calls Spider Pig. As he does this, Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swim from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out! Here comes the Spider Pig. It's weird how I remember that. It was used. It was. I guess people behind the film found it so funny they used it in their trailers. And look at nearly every trailer. That gag's always in it. This is after Marge trying to give advice to Lisa. Bart ends up getting jealous of Homer. Oh, Randa's been kind of so. I'll try to cheer Bart. Offering Coco, Bart literally declines, but And he says, okay, I'll just leave it out here if you change your mind. And it does look yummy. But ends up does drinking it. And he says, oh god. Realizing what's going on. And see, I kind of like this for the moment. Kind of like this subplot. But kind of have developed a relationship with Flanders. No, Flanders is a nice guy. I think this is a really cool thing. I wish the show continue this a bit. Homer's a buffoon. He does love his family. And he does have a bit of a character arc in this movie. So, Homer. And next thing, Lisa ended up holding a conference about the environment and stuff. Don't have any care about us. Mercury decides to make sure the no more pollutant, so seals up the lake. So making it idiot proof. Home. I was hoping what time I wanted to take it. Yeah. All wheels are sour full of pig crap. Build it in 2 days. How would that suit to Homer? Nice. I just want to get rid of it. I just saying to him about Homer's not listening. Or a monkey in his head. And Roger stops and points to Marge. Basically telling Homer to listen. Okay, Marge. I'll listen. Someone's taking it somewhere. He gets a call from Lenny. By the way, the pig's now Harry Plopper. I guess Homer likes Harry Potter films. And then he calls him that a local donut shop's closing down and they're giving out free donuts. Oh, Homer's he doesn't know. So he's gonna rush. Because if he doesn't hurry, they'll be all gone. So he ends up taking the pig crap to the lake and dumping it there. Making it bad. Homer quickly drives away. A squirrel ends up accidentally jumping in and getting mutated with lots of eyeballs. 1,000 eyes. Well, Bar and Flanders on a hiking trip. They before they spot the squirrel. Flanders have been used for things it's due to the. It's just it's God giving it this unique look. Bart Jackson and I a few times before was taken away by the Environmental Protection Agency that just show up out of nowhere. Okay. I guess someone reported it a while ago. And you know, it's spelled EPA. 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 That's then when he cut to the White House, was introduced to Russ Cargill, whose voice actor played a different character in The Simpsons. That character was supposed to be the antagonist in this movie. But for whatever reason that was changed, I cannot remember it. And he meets the President of the United States. Not based on any real president. Said it's Schwarzenegger. Don't they already have a Schwarzenegger parody in Rainier Wolfcastle? But the character doesn't even appear in this movie. It's confusing. Crisis is a environmental thing. There's just some of these scenes where the character was also a different design. Basically gives him 5 choices to take care of this problem. And he ends up choosing number 3 quickly without reading it. So, Schwarzenegger says, I was elected to lead, not to read. Number 3. And what's number 3? Well, we get ransom just a bit. As is viewed to be a giant dome being placed all over Springfield to contain the convention. Lost cargo appearing on the screen. They explain the situation. Users computers could see everyone's locked up in the lake. Someone was inconsiderate. Look at you, Homer. So they end up being trapped there. But hang on. Elements that happen in the dome are really important. And Maggie somehow finding a way to get out to the using a sinkhole that was smashed earlier to get on the other side of the dome. Everything's come true. Many days later, the search for who was inconsiderate has been concluded, as they found the pig crab. Homer's to blame. Marsh finds they were watching the news. And Marsh is doubly upset. And now everyone in Springfield wants to kill Homer. These locals. Homer was inconsiderate, trapped in this fucking dome. Ooh. Because we get a guy saying, look, Marsh, they don't know where our house is. Before they just turn around. Storm! He's obviously upset. Where they get out there? That just helps them. But of course, Harry Potter betrays them. Damn, a pig. No loyalty at all. And they only get used, but thanks to Maggie, they are able to get outside. Actual escape. Russ Cargill is pissed and gets a golden map of power. He wants them found and put back in the dome. So, yeah. The Simpsons managed to escape to a motel. Unbelievable situation. Everyone's still mad at Homer. But they try to suppress the Wiggles relatives. Saying they'll go somewhere bad in Springfield. He's going to take them all to Alaska. But our question is how they going to get there without any money. Oh, this is America. And the little official gag. Only knows in this watch room that the signs on the outside are all in different languages. That's actually funny. It's also talk about bicycle around the cage thing. There's not a cage. If you told him I could drive all the way up through, he gets money. He gets cash prize. He gets free tries. I don't know if it's also free. But the host gives Omar a generous offer of giving one more time chance. Lisa about tells gives him advice to tell him not to slow down, to speed up when he gets to the top. And goes right and wins. And the family head off to Alaska. And there are bit of commuters arrive. And seems like a beautiful place to live. Homer's story is the most there. No, I'm not happy. But I'm doing his best to pick on Homer by using an avalanche. I was not even realising what Bart was doing. Tell Lisa to clap too. To clap for Alaska. It's funny. Homer and Marge get some time to themselves. I'm here for a Disney parody here. But Animals come in and help them get in Silver for bed. And funny of them having sex with the accompanying Lodia's eyes. It's kind of cute and funny. a last cargo ends up doing something. Remember, it's the president in choosing number 4. I'll give him a choice, which is the blow up Springfield. They all Simpsons find about this when seeing an ad for a new Grand Canyon, hosted by none other than Tom Hanks. Actually played by Tom Hanks, by the way. Oh, guess it was. And Sylvia's in trouble. You gotta go. Homer refuses though. I mean, can't really blame him. It was his fault though. Of course they'll be pissed off like that. This is all Homer's fault. Look how upset about me. Homer's stubbornness. So, Homer checks back later. So that they're gone. Marge left their wedding, recorded over their wedding tape. Show that they're done. She left a message. Alright. Homer ends up realizing his mistake and tries to go after about 7 and fall onto a nice heart which breaks. Then the film closes the back and says the end. Lame joke. That's kind of crappy and cringe. Well, not cringe, but still crappy. And Homer gets rescued by a woman with big bazongas. Well, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie try to sneak back, not realizing the government's spying on them. The boob woman puts home over a child and realizes that be more considerate of others. And I think he heads off to rescue them and save Springfield too, maybe. Because Marge and the others got captured and sent back to the dome. That's about no bit of Homer. Oh, check them down. It's Sylvia's going to crazy like apocalypse now. Now, as Boxcar Girl reveals to everyone in the dome that Springfield's they're all gonna die. A bomb blowing up. Everyone panicking, trying to best to police trying to best to figure this out. So they all use Cletus as a distraction for them to escape and get help. Because Homer technically accidentally ruins it when he slides down. He got screwed up. But still mad at him. Oh, and Homer screwed up even more, accelerating the countdown by accident. Bart ends up playing with going to Flanders. Who wants to make up a mistake? And someone gets away to help with the tree. That. Rides a motorcycle and uses a drive up the dome. As Bart comes in, Bart initially refuses, but Martin agrees when he sees a bomb. So the two together. It's a really good moment between the two. As much as successfully throw the bomb out and destroy the dome. Oh. We're also driving in past up the Springfield Gorge, which is a good callback. Interesting callback to an older episode, which got called back again in the Simpsons guy. The beer says, "We're gonna make it," and Homer says, "Trust me, we won't." So yeah, they managed to save Springfield, but Earth Cargill's not done yet. Plans to kill him with a shotgun, but luckily saved by Maggie. Oh, Maggie Simpson, the one who shot Mr. Burns. Springfield saved. Everyone's enjoy. And Homer, Marge, and a great moment as they drive off together. And the film ends on a gag of. The Homer and Bart should have improved a bit. But it ends on a gag with Homer accidentally nailed some tiles into him. His leg. That's how the film ends. We get a bit of some post-credit gags. Some credit gags. With Smithers and Mr. Burns. They did have a scene earlier, but that wasn't really that important. It was just a cat joke. Mr. Burns and Smithers that if he commits suicide, It could make him happy. Another credit gag is when the Simpsons are watching the credits in the cinema. This movie actually didn't happen from them, by the way. It's not them watching a movie based on their lives. You know what I mean? I'm actually showing a bit of respect for the animators. Good on you, Homer. I mean, Maggie hasn't seen her first words, and it's sequel. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. And it's just, it might actually, now think about it, might happen someday. If it's Disney, they want the dough. They'll be forcing the team to make another one. Even when, I mean, Simpsons has done so many jokes about a sequel. That's probably never gonna happen. Again, if Disney wanted to, it could. Because they see money. They turn to Mr. Krabs. And that was the Simpsons movie. Fun movie if you like the Simpsons, but it's not that. It does seem a bit outdated with some of its jokes. Especially at the time because of how the production, how it went through. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please thumbs up button. Want to see more Switch on about the videos culture. I'll see you guys next time for the Boss Burgers movie. Cybermaster out.